The original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. Weird. We have a different approach to what I'm sure a lot of people will assume is a love story, just because, like, we cast a guy in the movie. Andrew Burnap, great dude. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
Rachel Zegler just can't seem to catch a break. And now even her co-stars may be turning on her. After Disney's Snow White remake crashed and burned at the box office, the blame game began. Rumors are swirling that even Andrew Burnap, her on-screen love interest, is quietly holding her responsible for the film's catastrophic failure. The behind-the-scenes chaos? It's arguably more dramatic than the movie itself. So let's dig in. From Disney darling to industry pariah, here's how Rachel Zegler became Hollywood's newest cautionary tale.
I think this girl does not deserve a feature-length film.
You want to trash that legacy, that company that now Disney has screwed up the last 5 years trying to please a small percentage of minorities in America? Yeah, we're sick of it. So the more you do this, Disney, Iger, Zegler, whatever her name is, yes, this is exactly the backlash you're going to get from parents who have kids who are your customers. You're supposed to win parents over. You're talking to kids, the parents pay for the tickets. You have to be a dummy as a marketer. If I'm Bob Iger, you know what we're doing? Emergency meeting. We're putting Snow White on hold for 2 years, and guess what? Pay her a couple $1,000,000, go away. We're gonna bring another person to play this role because you just screwed this thing up.
When Snow White opened to disappointing numbers, some assumed the film might gain momentum over time. But instead of a second-week bounce, the numbers plummeted. Whatever goodwill Disney hoped to build, it evaporated fast. And Zegler's star power didn't help.
This went from bad to worse for Snow White, and it's shaping up to become one of the biggest bombs of all time.
In a brutal blow to the studio, Snow White suffered a record-breaking 66% drop in box office revenue during its second week, worse than even Dumbo in 2019. It officially marked the worst second-week performance for any Disney live-action remake in history.
Remake is now one of the lowest rated films in IMDb history. This is such a poor reception for a Disney princess movie, and I'll be surprised if it even has a 1-star tomorrow because the bad reviews keep pouring in by the second.
As the film tanked, Zegler made a last-ditch effort to boost morale by watching the movie with friends at a local theater. But what should have been a proud moment turned humiliating. Her friend documented the trip on Instagram, showing Zegler's name flash on screen, in a nearly empty theater. The clip went viral and sparked a trend. People filming deserted, cinemas screening Snow White. It was a PR disaster in real time.
Wow, people love me.
As the online ridicule grew, insiders say Disney execs began quietly distancing themselves from Zegler. Unconfirmed reports suggest she may have even been dropped from future projects, with some sources claiming the studio had simply had enough.
Apparently, Rachel Zegler is suing Disney Studios for wrongful termination and also discrimination. I literally don't understand what's going on. Rachel just needs to sit down. Like this says, rumor has it, Rachel Zegler might be suing Disney and others for canceling some of her Snow White press tour due to all the controversies. Bro, before the movie even came out, she was talking about how she wants to bring up the woman in this movie and how there's not going to be a prince. And so I understand, like, Disney saying, like, you did so much in this press tour that did not help us in any way and actually negatively affected our movie. So, I mean, honestly, it does kind of make sense.
For Andrew Burnap, the film was meant to be a breakout moment. He recalled being thrilled when he landed the role and looked forward to working with Rachel. But once the press tour began, it became clear Zegler wasn't interested in celebrating the film's legacy or its characters. In multiple interviews, she downplayed the love story and even labeled Burnap's character as a weird stalker. That now infamous clip sent fans and the studio reeling. Even Burnap's excitement was overshadowed by Zegler's constant, negative commentary.
So no prince or a different kind of prince? We have a different approach to what I'm sure a lot of people will assume is a love story just because, like, we cast a guy in the movie. Andrew Burnap, great dude. It's one of those things that I think everyone's going to have their assumptions about what it's actually going to be, but it's really not about the love story at all, which is really, really wonderful. And whether or not she finds love along the way is anybody's guess until 2024. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
But Zegler wasn't just throwing shade at her co-star. She also clashed with Gal Gadot. And it wasn't just personality differences. In a now-deleted post, Zegler expressed support for Palestine while using the Snow White trailer to do it. Given Gadot's past in the Israeli military and her outspoken support of Israel, tensions flared immediately. Disney execs were furious. Producers reportedly flew to New York to confront Zegler directly. Things only got worse when Gadot began receiving violent threats, prompting Disney to beef up her security. Insiders claim Zegler didn't grasp the gravity of her actions, and it further fractured her relationship with the cast and crew.
$70 million on the film, the studio opted for a small LA premiere held Saturday in the middle of the day with limited press. Zegler greeted children dressed as Snow White. She was not at Disneyland on Sunday, where Gal Gadot promoted the film, surrounded by children dressed as her character, the Evil Queen.
On top of everything, Zegler ignited another firestorm, this time targeting Donald Trump and his supporters. In an explosive Instagram rant, she declared that MAGA voters should never know peace, and capped it off with F Donald Trump. The backlash was immediate. Conservative fans called for her firing, and Disney once again scrambled to control the damage. After yet another emergency intervention by the film's producer, Zegler issued a public apology. But by then, the damage was done. From alienating fans to clashing with castmates and inserting politics into press tours, Rachel Zegler may have single-handedly derailed the film, and possibly her career. Can she recover from all this? Or is Hollywood already moving on?